flexing, rolling through the SWAT. Repping for the city, hear him in the parking lot. Houston written across the jersey, ain't gon' never stop. Just fans got me tuning in, waiting for the drop. Astros, Texas, Rockets, Dynamo, they coming with it. When they pull up, got the city sitting on a fitted. Straight up A-Leaf, hold it down, ain't gon' never quit it. Just fans got me tuning in, let my dogs get it. Southwest A-Leaf, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans.
Hey,
What's going on, guys?
what it do? What it do?
Real dynamic trio. Fuck that other fat guy.
Yeah, we don't need the other guy. Let me raise the volume here a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I mean,
fuck the other guy.
I think the cat's a better co-host than him anyway. Definitely more insightful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. Another week, another episode.
And Houston sports still sucks. Oh, God.
And we got, I mean, what do you want to start with right now, man?
Let's start with the recent heartbreak, the Rockets.
Houston Rockets.
Going into the season with so much promise, championship aspirations after getting Kevin Durant. Then you lose little Mike Evans in the preseason. Think, okay, maybe they'll, find someone in the interim to, be the point guard. No, that didn't happen. Then you lose Steven Adams and you sign Clint Capella to try to replicate some of that, but they'll never played him. And going in the All-Star break, okay, we're teetering in the top 6, maybe a couple moves here, there, the buyout market, some type of trade to, take the next step and gear up for the playoffs. And not a goddamn thing happened at the deadline. And I'll be honest, I'm surprised they finished at the 5 seed.
Yeah, so let's kind of walk through, how the season came to an end. Going into the playoffs, we knew we were going to play the Lakers. Interesting matchup going into it.
Booing by you.
Yeah. Going into the playoffs, going to the Lakers, we knew it was an interesting matchup.
On paper, best matchup for them.
On paper, yes, the Lakers were banged up, and they stayed banged up for most of it. I mean, we knew we were going in without, Adams, but for the most part, every major player was available, right?
Until game 1.
Right, Kevin Durant was going in, playing the most games in his career since his rookie year, maybe. He played what was it, 75 games or something stupid like that. So
he missed 4 games all season.
There you go. So he was going into the playoffs as healthy as can be. After game 1, everything kind of fell apart. Right, the Lakers, they basically exposed what we've been talking about as far as the Rockets go all year long. In the clutch moments, we lack discipline, and we lack experience.
They lack closers because, we'll get to game 3, but you saw it last year, they didn't know how to close out games.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we got Kevin Durant. That was the whole reason why we got Kevin Durant. We got one of the best scorers in the league ever, period. Because we needed somebody so that in the clutch moments, when the score is close, somebody can get a bucket. That's what we got. Because even though we got Sengun as an all-star, even though Jabari's coming into his own as a role player, Amen Thompson is great. Reed Shepard can shoot. Even though we have all those pieces, it still wasn't enough last year. And this year, with the addition of Kevin Durant, like you said, going into the season, we might be the only team that can stop OKC from a repeat, right?
Yeah.
And all that shit just went down the drain.
That was a fucking lie.
So that was a fucking lie. The Lakers were just a better team.
I mean, I think honestly what really saved them was those first 2 games was the Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart legacy games, because those 2 dudes averaged 41 points combined. Mind you, Marcus Smart's at the tail end of his career, more of a role player now at this stage of his career. Luke Kennard has a career 8 points a game score. looked like prime Steph Curry out there.
He was giving us 30 balls like every other day.
He was the third Splash brother. Like, what? Well, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, this dude looks like he sells insurance. Like, what the hell?
And you know, we've talked a lot about the Rockets' lack of intention before the deadline, knowing that we had no guard play, knowing that we needed like some type of creation, even if it was off the bench, right? If you want to run Durant, let Durant and Sengun run the first unit, and then throw Josh Okogie and Reed Shepard out there just so they can shoot. Then you still need to find something. So when those guys are off the floor, something can happen, and we just had nothing. If you look at the last game in the series against the Lakers, I think what was it, Bronny outscored the whole bench.
I mean, in context, he had 5 points, but the Rockets bench had 3 fucking points. That's just fucking embarrassing. Like, if I was a coach, you're cut, and you're cut. Get the fuck off my court. Because that's just embarrassing. In a playoff game, bench 3 points. Like I said, they're going to have to make major changes. Not, in my opinion, not to the starting lineup, but more so the depth. I don't think they need to go out there and chase like a big name like Giannis or Kawhi or anything like that. I think what they need to do is run it back, because you're going to have little Mike Evans healthy next year. Steven Adams, we'll see how he's doing recovery-wise. But I think they need to build some depth, because you can't play Kevin Durant 40 minutes a night, 70, 80 games in the regular season. That's just
okay, brother. But then you got all these question marks, right? Like around Kevin Durant. First of all, the media has touched on it ever since it happened, the All-Star break, with the alleged burner account comments and whatnot, which there's some side of the media says, that maybe that was, or maybe that wasn't. There's some type of the media that says like, oh, that was straight up Kevin Durant.
Well, no, after the press conference today between the GM and Fertitta, I think they kind of put that to bed a little bit. They put it to rest a little bit, because they were like, none of these reports are coming from people that cover the team locally, internally. Like, this is all just media speculation. And if there was an issue, you would have seen it on the bench, on the sidelines, during play. Like, you can tell when there's a little bit of like friction when between.
But you could see a lot of frustration on the court from pretty much everybody involved. You saw the comments that Jabari made like during the series, like, hey, we know we a young team and we're playing the Lakers and whatnot, but we're getting hit with all these blitz and double teams, but you're still Kevin Durant at the end of the day. You're like, go be Kevin Durant. And him calling him out by name tells me it's like a back and forth situation there, right? And
yeah, I'm sure there's a little bit of friction there, but
I'm sure, because these guys are competitors and they're frustrated and whatnot. But the other thing is, like, you got this Kevin Durant injury. It was like a knee, or was it an ankle?
Well, no, first it was a knee. He collided knees with one of his teammates.
Correct. That was game 1, right?
Swelling. He played game 2. Then he re-injured. I don't know if he didn't re-injure the knee. He rolled his ankle and he had a bone bruise, which I'm pretty sure he legit has a bone bruise. I've had a bone bruise before. That shit fucking hurts. I had it to my knee, and every single step you take, you just feel like someone's stabbing you in the knee.
And I'm not saying that it wasn't true. It's just like the way it kind of happened, and then we never really knew whether or not he was gonna play. And it was funny how he gets off the court. The Rockets start on a comeback, right? Because we were now 3-0.
They shouldn't be 3-0 though.
We shouldn't have, because of that game 3. And again, me going again saying about the lack of discipline and the inexperience, and just Ime Udoka not. I don't even know what kind of fucking game plan or conversations you have during those timeouts where you're not telling your guys like, don't fucking throw the ball away. What the fuck are we doing?
Like, you're up 6 points with 30 seconds to go.
Hold the fucking ball.
Hold the ball. That's it. Hold the ball.
Let them foul you. Fucking, if you miss your free throws, you miss your free throws. But let them foul you. Don't
Or
throw the
even
ball
if
away.
you
Don't give
at
them
least run some time off the clock, at least.
something.
Don't throw it to them. Because two critical turnovers in those last 30 seconds turned into 6 points. LeBron tying the game and sending it to overtime. And as we've seen with the Rockets all year, like, once it gets to overtime, go ahead and turn your TV off. And they are not going to win.
Especially when you're lucky, you're only closer, which is Kevin Durant. So then we went down 3-0. We mount a comeback. We bring it 3-2. We are on the cusp of pushing it to 7, and on game 6,
hit the bed completely.
completely in every single aspect of the game.
Just explosive diarrhea all over, not just the bed, the fucking walls, the furniture, the carpet. It was just god awful. I'm not gonna lie, I turned the fucking game off in the third quarter.
Me too. And I'm sure it would have been a different. I'm sure it would have been a different story if KD was playing. But
and I'm the type of person, I don't turn games off. Like
I do.
I sat there and watched the 2019 World Series after we lost. I sat at the TV staring at it
Oh
for 30
no,
minutes.
I'm petty like that. Fuck that shit. I don't need my blood pressure to go higher than it fucking already.
But this, just complete offensive ineptitude. Just they scored 78 points.
And fucking defensive too. Like in all aspects of the game, we were just lacking. We were just making mental errors.
It was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters against a fucking G League team. It was just didn't belong on the same court.
And that's my biggest thing, right? It raises a lot of questions because you suggested, all we have to do is run it back, right? Freddie's gonna come back, Adams is gonna come back. You probably bring back Tari Eason.
Yeah, they said they want to bring him back. So,
and then, just let Freddie and the gang just figure it out. But
I think having a true floor general would have solved a lot of their spacing issues and just be able to run the offensive
maybe, but dude, like that last game told me everything that I needed to know because the Lakers banged up, right? Reeves was kind of sort of back. LeBron 41, but like these are banged up Lakers without their best player dogging you on both sides of the ball. I'm sorry, the Astros almost hit a home run. God damn.
We have enough negativity. Don't bring more into this
shit. We'll talk about it in a minute. Just the Lakers just dogging you in every aspect of the game. And your all-star center, I fucking put a missing poster on his ass. Like out and about. Because I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy. Like,
did he play game 6?
Hashimura and Ayton eating him alive. LeBron eating him alive.
They targeted him every single time down the floor on defense because he's a fucking cone out there.
And I don't need you to be Rudy Gobert. I don't need you to be Victor Wembanyama. I don't need you to be fucking Ben Wallace. But if you're not gonna fucking hold your ground defensively, you better put better fucking numbers than you did. Because motherfucker was shooting. What was it? Fucking 40% from the field. It felt like.
And you're shooting from like 3 feet from the basket, bro. Like
missing fucking layups.
I mean, going back to the burner said Sengun can't make a fucking layup, and we saw it time and time in the series. Like, just needed the soft touch. The motherfucker would chunk it at the rim. Like, bro.
And then you look at both Jabari and Shepard. As much as I love those guys, both of them were number 3 picks in their respective drafts. Role players, but horrible.
Like, this has got to be one of the worst tank jobs as far as results go that I've ever seen in my life.
Horrible.
Even the 76ers at least got some superstars during their process years. We didn't get they got one, Embiid. And they got Maxey, later on, who wasn't expected to be a superstar, but he is now. But we'll look at the Rockets guy. First pick in the rebuild after James Harden, Jalen Green. He is with Phoenix. Just a complete disappointment.
I wouldn't say complete disappointment, but yeah, definitely not up to expectations.
I mean, we just lucked out because if we would have got the number 1 pick, Cade Cunningham would feed families on this offense. On this team.
Definitely.
But we got the number 2 pick and ended up with Jalen Green, and he's over there in Phoenix painting his nails and arguing with his 40-year-old baby mama. And then the next year,
We got Jabari.
well, because the consensus
Oh no,
number
well, we did get Sengun in the same Jalen draft though.
we did
Yeah, which was a hit. He was like what, number
16.
14, 15?
Yeah, it was pick 16. And he wasn't expect. Didn't expect anything from him, and it's criminal that he didn't get played his rookie year over Bruno Fernandez. But it's neither
Yeah,
here nor there.
but still, like I get your point, right? Like we didn't end up on the lucky side of the
Because
lottery.
instead of getting Paulo Banchero, we get Jabari Smith, who is at best a
Oh,
fourth.
definitely. And Chet was also in that draft, if I'm not mistaken. But even though we didn't end up in the lucky side of it, like,
And then the following year, we take Reed Shepard over Stephen Castle. And
but
guy
even
that-
if you gotta be role players, bro, you gotta deliver better than what you did. Like it's a win or go home game, and against a banged up Lakers, and I cannot stress this enough. The Lakers are just about to get dog walked by the OKC Thunder.
Oh, he definitely did. Wembanyama going to the Spurs, Cooper Flag going to the Mavs. Like, come on.
Yeah, there's definitely favorites here in Texas. But like my whole point, all that to say is that this starting lineup minus Freddie, because Freddie's excused because he's been injured all year, but I'm including KD in this as well. This starting lineup, I don't think a point guard comes in and solves all their issues. I just don't think so.
No, most definitely. I think a couple guys are going to need to really work on their games in the offseason. Starting with Amen Thomas, my brother in Christ. You got to learn to develop some type of jump shot, even as a corner three.
Especially if some of the speculation is true that they want to give him an extension worth what is it, like 240 million, 250 million?
5-year, 250 million.
My God.
He is not worth max money right now.
No, not at all. Dude. If we didn't get max money to Jalen and Sengun when we had both of them, we're not giving you max money, dude. As great as you are defensively and as great as you are when you're hot, more often than not, you're not giving us the points that we need.
Yeah,
like
the plus minus when he's on the court versus off, it's elite, but at the same time, like
he is not a point guard. He just isn't a point guard. And we try to let him not necessarily to run the offense, right? But he brings the ball down the court and he starts some of the plays.
But I think that doesn't play to his strengths because his strengths is cutting to the basket.
And you need somebody like people we've had. You need like a Russ. You need like a CP3. You need like a James Harden type of guy who can find you. You need like a Luka, like a guy like Amen Thompson with somebody like Luka Doncic. Like he would feed families, dude.
Or even a point guard like Kyrie.
Even like Kyrie.
Elite passing, like that opens up so many things. But again, like, they kind of decided to take a gamble and play Amen at the one, and it just
hasn't been paid off. They need to make some bigger changes than just bringing everybody back.
Well, like I said, that's one option that I've been rolling around in my head. I've had time all day to think about this. That's one option that I wanted them to go with. But the other option, what I've seen a lot of reports, is that they're going to be big game hunting this offseason. Just reports that they might go after Kawhi, Giannis, Donovan Mitchell.
I don't mind the Donovan Mitchell one too much. I don't like the Kawhi.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good fit because Kawhi is a three. He plays the same position as KD. And you can't play KD at the 4.
Kawhi is a 3. He has played 4 before. But I'm not, the last thing I need is just another injury-prone guy. And as great of a season he had this year, is his first really good season in a while.
His first good year since he got to the Clippers, honestly.
Yeah, basically because he has to stay healthy. So I'm not willing to put my chips on there.
Giannis, also the suspensions that are coming for all the off.
Yeah. You don't even know how that's gonna pan out. Exactly. The whole Giannis thing, he's probably the best player out of the two right now, but he's just coming off of like an injury-riddled season. He's not gonna help the spacing at all. He's a great scorer, one of the best ones in the league, But again, he doesn't have a jumper. He's not a shooter, and that's what we need. He's not really a playmaker as well. He brings the ball down the court sometimes and whatnot, but
But
he's
he
not
is
really.
a monumental upgrade on the defensive end over Şengün by
Oh, most definitely. And you're
by
probably
an
sending
entire
Sengun.
continent.
You're
Like he
probably
is,
sending Sengun
and Jabari.
and Jabari, maybe even Shepard on that deal.
Jabari and Sengun for sure because the salaries have to match up. When those two combined matches Giannis' salary, so
And matches.
it works that way. And we still got a couple of future first rounders from I think from Brooklyn and I want to say Phoenix, but they got other teams' first round picks that teams that are terrible. So those are valuable, assets as far as draft capital that they can include in the package with those two players and maybe a couple other guys. I know some guys are like, don't blow up the young team, but at the same time, like you bring in a guy like Kevin Durant because you feel like you're right there, like the window's right there, and Kevin Durant's 38. He's going to be 38. You can't wait 3 or 4 years for these dudes to develop.
Right. So, but are you trying to fit like on KD's timeline, or are you trying to fit on the core's timeline?
I think if you bring a guy like him in, you got to do it in his window.
Right, but
again, what will be the point of bringing him in if you're years away and Kevin Durant's going to play 4 more years?
At this level, I don't know, dude.
Like I said, probably has maybe one,
you're really gambling. What do you think about the possibility of trading KD?
I think that'll be the third scenario. It's like they decide, you know what, maybe our window isn't now. We're not ready to compete with the Thunder. We're not ready to compete with the Spurs. The starting lineup is 23 and under. Their starting lineup on the game 6, the oldest player is Şengün. He's 23. So maybe think, you know what, let's build around this young core, trade Kevin Durant for as much assets as we can get back, and just try to retool the depth and hopefully that these guys can take the next step in the next 2 years. But I
look at some of the teams, right, that are kind of flamed out already from this postseason. You got the Denver Nuggets, who just lost in really horrible fashion against the Timberwolves that were banged up. They lost pretty much every big name minus Rudy Gobert and I guess Julius Randle went down with injury at some point this series, and they still won against a relatively healthy Nuggets team. So how about like a Jamal Murray, right? He's only 26, 27?
No, he's 28. He's getting up there.
He's definitely he at most 28, I would say.
Yeah, like somewhere between 27 and 29, somewhere in there.
Okay, so somebody like Jamal Murray, again, great scorer, very decent playmaker. I know he plays with Jokic, so Jokic does a lot of the playmaking there, but Jamal is no slouch for
He's
sure.
Still a very solid point guard.
Like the money doesn't match quite with KD, but you can definitely I don't know.
Yeah, they probably include Jamal Murray and another player to make the salaries match up.
Cam Johnson? Is that?
No, I think you're thinking of Braun. Can't remember. Christian Braun.
No, not Christian Braun. I think he makes too much money. I think the money would go over between him and Jamal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it'd have to be a couple of players to make the salaries match up, but that is an interesting prospect because you can essentially have, Jamal Murray as your starting point guard and Van Fleet as the guy to run your second unit.
Yeah. Look at some of the other teams that are kind of flamed out.
But on the flip side, you're kind of losing size as well because.
Correct. I mean, Jamal is 6'1", maybe.
Yeah, he's like 6'4". He's not by NBA standards not very tall compared to us.
6'4". Might be the smallest 6'4" I've ever seen. Yeah. You got a team like the Raptors, who, as far as guard play,
they're a young team, and they're not going to trade.
Yeah, nothing necessarily that we need. The Magic. I don't think Jalen Suggs or Desmond Bane would be great just for the shooting alone.
But keep in mind the match they gave up 4 first.
Yeah, they gave up 4 first rounders. I don't think they're letting that guy go.
They can't. Not yet.
Not yet, anyway. What other teams? I mean, the Lakers are about to get bounced, but they're not giving us anything that we want. Help me out here.
I mean, the only other team really, well, not that's signed that already, but it's going to lose in the next round, Cleveland, because from what I've been seeing, they want to bring LeBron back, and they're not going to be able to pay Donovan Mitchell, so they probably lose him.
So the Cleveland's going to rock out with Harden and LeBron?
I mean, I saw a crazy conspiracy report because he had predicted James Harden going to the Cavs before it was even like a thought in anybody's head. He predicted James Harden going there, then them clearing space to get Giannis, and then LeBron coming as a free agent. I'm like, it sounded really fucking crazy at the time, but now I'm like,
yeah, but if they're bringing Giannis and LeBron, fucking Evan Mobley or Jerry Allen need to go, if not both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, it was a ridiculously crazy theory, but like, seen stranger shit happen before.
Also, that's another thing, bro. Taking Jalen Green instead of Evan Mobley might be like,
that too,
one of the biggest
blunders ever.
Biggest blunders, and like it's funny because I remember you and I don't know if we were watching the draft. I believe we were, and we were texting back and forth.
Yeah,
and I think it was later in the round. Somebody, we were looking on Twitter, and somebody had said, Rockets passing up on Evan Mobley. It's gonna be like, when it was gonna be like one of the biggest blunders in the history of the franchise ever. And at first, I was like, you know what? Because I was so butthurt about James Harden leaving that I wanted another guard like that was a score first guard type of player. That I wasn't too bad about Jalen because I did want Cade. I was hoping the Pistons would just just fuck it up and just pick anybody else. But looking back at it now, Evan Mobley.
That should have been the pick.
Yeah. So it's just a lot of possibilities, but there's definitely a lot of questions that they need to answer this offseason. I've seen people saying like New York once they flame out, if they do, you got players like Mikal Bridges who might be on the trade block.
Yeah, Cat, he's definitely gone.
Cat who might be in the trade block.
Well, I think if you're the Knicks, you only move on from Cat if you're getting a Giannis in return, because otherwise it makes no sense.
Yeah, what are you if you send KD that way? The money matches. Now, why would the Rockets want Cat? He stretches the floor. He can play as the 4. Doesn't help defensively all that much.
But he stretches the floor.
He stretches the floor pretty good. You can run him and Sengun. Right? You still need... I mean, he helps with the shooting a little bit. But the money matches. I think it's like 54 million each way.
Yeah, the money more or less matches up. They might have to include another player just to make it work numbers wise, but I mean it's pretty damn close.
Yeah. OG Anunoby, I think he makes like 30 something mil. So you can definitely get there if you wanted to. OG would be great. I just don't know what you give up for that.
There's a bunch of different ways it can go. I think they just need to decide. From what I gathered, just listening to the press conference, it seems like they want to keep the roster for the most part intact, but improve. Which would go back to my first scenario where you focus on building up the bench, getting shooters to run the second unit, because you cannot have another game where your bench scores 3 points. Where Bronny James, a guy who shouldn't be in the NBA at all, outscores your entire bench unit.
I just don't know how we make that happen because we don't really have the cap space.
Well, no,
so anybody from
they move on from Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capella, Steven Adams. They clearly
have to bring Steven Adams back.
Well, I think their concern with him is the injury because
I understand that, but you were like Houston was playing their best basketball when you had both Steven Adams and Sengun.
I would like to bring
We were on the cusp of breaking fucking offensive rebounding records, dude. We
Oh, I
were
would love to have him back. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have Steve Adams. I think it's how they view his timeline from coming back from that injury, and if they trust him to stay healthy.
no like if anything, I'm bringing Steven Adams back before I bring fucking Tar Eason back. Because at least Steven Adams, when he was healthy and on the floor for about half the season, he was one of our best players. Maybe not in the stat sheet.
But everywhere else, hustle, getting offensive rebounds.
Setting fucking screens, dude. I swear God, every time I see Sengun set a screen, motherfucker is like it's like a fog. You could just walk through it.
Dr. Naismith is turning in his grave. He's like, what the fuck is that shit? Get this guy off my court.
Dude, nothing hits harder than a fucking Steven Adams fucking screen, dude.
Oh, you're gonna feel it.
It's just like I'm bringing that motherfucker back before I bring any fucking body else.
No, I'm just saying, because the injury concerns and the money wise, but they could do other stuff to clear some cap space. That they have a few moves they can make to clear a bunch of cap and sign some shooters, sign some depth. Because as we've seen, injuries happen to every single team. Sometimes early in the season, sometimes really late in the year, but they're inevitable, like death in Texas.
There's a lot of questions that need to be asked. We're gonna see what the offseason brings.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of conflicting reports because we've seen reports saying they're shopping for a big name. Then you have the general manager and the owner come out and say, hey, we like the guys we have now. So we'll see if they're being this is just a smoke screen as far as the big game hunting or them keeping their core because they're trying to raise their trade value.
Also, fucking maybe change the playbook a little bit.
Well, they said they're not going to change the coaching staff, which is like, fuck me, man. Like my biggest gripe with Udoka is there is zero offensive identity. Like you look at teams like the Spurs, the Warriors, all these other teams with great offensive sets, like the ball movement. You can see them. You can see the plays happening, and you can tell like it's something that they practice. With the Rockets, basically it's give the ball to Kevin. He's going to ISO, and he scores great. If not, hopefully someone gets the offensive rebound. Yeah. That was their offensive game plan all year.
Yeah. Or give the ball to Sengun, and let's hope he fucking hits a layup.
Let's hope he puts it in the basket instead of throwing it at the back of the rim.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like they need to make some.
What do you think? What do you think? Because I said kind of more or less what I would prefer. What would you prefer they do?
Verga, honestamente. Honestly, they need to get a full-on offensive minded guard. Straight up. I know Freddie can come back and he can be that facilitator.
What about a guy like John Morant? He needs a new.
He's not a shooter. He's not a shooter. We need a point guard that can create his own shot, that can create for others, and actually be able to shoot the fucking ball. Because the problem we had this year, KD, every time he had the ball, he was facing double teams. Amen is not a point guard. Josh Okogie is 5'8". Reed Shepard is 4'11".
He's a hobbit.
Like the guys who can shoot, super bad defensively because they're all super small, and if the shot ain't falling, they cannot do anything else. They're not playmakers. Reed Shepard, not a playmaker. Josh Okogie, not a playmaker. Kevin Durant, not a fucking playmaker. Amen Thompson, not a fucking playmaker. Sengun might be the closest thing we have to a fucking playmaker. And when he is shit, he is piles of it. So they need to get somebody like Darius Garland. They need to get somebody like I was in the low-key in the James Harden camp earlier in the year.
for each offensive player. That was one of the McNair's kids.
Yeah, dude. Every time he's on the court, you always wonder, like, is that a fan?
And it's crazy. He's my size. I'm like, damn, man. Like, am I that short compared to NBA players? Because
yeah, dude. If you stand next to fucking Steven Adams, everybody's gonna look like a midget, you know. So just somebody, and like I know it's hard, dude. I know, because there's not a big market out there. Shit, I would have taken like a Trey Young. I would have much rather take a Trey Young than anything else, really, because even though he's a mismatch defensively, like horribly, he he will find his man, and he can put up points. He can shoot the ball from the logo. He can average 10 assists a game.
Yeah. And he's the number one enemy in New York. They still chant "fuck Trey Young" at Knicks.
Yeah. Motherfucker plays in Washington now, and they still fucking shit on him.
That's generational hatred because he just put that fan base in hell that playoff series.
Yeah, no, but they need to do something, and if they don't address that, because even if Freddie comes back, I don't trust anybody else with the ball.
No,
if he comes back fully healthy, mind you. So
yeah,
I think it's just a shit show over there. They need to really make some decisions, and if they don't address the point guard play in a massive way, right? Not just let's get a Tyus Jones as a backup. I don't. That's not what I need. That's something I would have taken at the deadline, something like that.
Something, yeah, small, a Band-Aid to
just something, right? An intention, right? But if they don't address it in a bigger way this offseason, I think the Rockets are just doomed to repeat what this season was.
Because right now they are stuck in the place that which is essentially NBA purgatory. You're not bad enough to get a top pick, but you're not good enough to be a contender. That's where they are right now. It's NBA purgatory.
And that's not what you want to be. Let's move on to the vein of my existence.
Oh God.
The things that ruins every single one of my days. Even when they win, somehow they just still ruin it. The Houston Astros. They're just getting their ass whooped by the Dodgers. Sucks to see Kyle Tucker hit a home run at Daikin Park.
Oh, he can hit home runs now.
Yeah, he's healthy now. He has both legs.
He must have got a leg replacement last year. Just 8-3. That's all. Yeah,
that's it. And it highlights one of the biggest issues. The biggest issue of the Astros roster: no pitching. Okert was the starter today, and I missed his pitching because I started this game in the third inning. And
he lasted 2 innings basically.
Yeah, he went out. No, I don't even think he lasted 2. I think he might have lasted 1. He left the game. I don't know if he got an injury or not. Which what's another fucker? Yeah, Weeze had to be out there and pitch like 3 more innings, almost 4.
And he's out there throwing beach balls, apparently. Because
he gave up 6 runs. I think Oker only gave up 1. Weeze gave up 6, but I don't think all of them were earned because Cam Smith did make an error in 1 or 2 of them. I don't know if 2 was scoring that error, but still, Weeze, we know he's not a great arm out the pen. Right now we have Tang, the Asian guy out of the bullpen, number 17. He has been solid.
Not spectacular, but solid.
Not spectacular, right? He's like, I wouldn't say he's a diamond in the rough. He's something lower than that.
When they first announced that he was pitching, I was like, is that like one of Imai's friends? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, it's the translator. Because at this point they don't have any fucking open arms. They don't have any starting rotation.
They're about to get to the point where they're going to ask fans, "Hey, who has ever thrown a baseball in a high school or college game? If you have, please come on down, try out."
I think so. And you know what? What another thing that pisses me off about this just the way this disastrous organization is being run right now, with the whole pitching side of the ball, at least because the offense has been pretty solid. Um, if only we had like pitching that matches it,
Yeah.
we would be like
We'd be the
contending
top
right now. We
because we're
would
the
be
number one
contending.
scoring. Like Jordan is number one in every damn category.
Yeah,
He's
Jordan
cool.
has been spectacular. He's been healthy and great. Which, when you get a combination of those two things with Jordan Alvarez, you should be a contender, and he should be in MVP conversations.
But
But
he's not because the
with the
Reds.
pitching being as bad as it has been, but you know what? One of the things that really pisses me off, and we talked about it when we were talking about what the projected rotation was going to be at going into the year. Arrighetti was not in the rotation at all. It was Brown. It was Javier. It was Imai. It was McCullers, McCullers, and somebody else. I forget. And Arrighetti was, I believe, in AAA.
Yeah.
And ever since he's been called up, I believe he was called up the first time when Hunter Brown went down with injury.
Yeah.
He has had 3, 4 stars, and they've won every single one of them.
He's been. I mean, he's a known commodity. He's shown when he's on his stuff, like he's a pretty damn good pitcher. Not great, not elite, but pretty damn good.
Better than McCullers.
Yeah, McCullers should not.
Better than Javier was last year.
Yeah.
I know we know that Javier was coming back from an injury, but Arrighetti had a really solid year last year.
He was no commodity. He was, like I said, not spectacular, but he was solid enough.
But why the fuck is he not in the rotation at the beginning of the year? And why is it that when you bring him in, it's like, oh yeah, this guy is good. Not only is he good,
he can go 5-6 innings.
But behind Hunter Brown, he's been our best pitcher all year. And Hunter Brown, I would say is just like what you described. When he's on, but he has some stinkers in him.
Yeah, I mean, every pitcher does. I would say he's not as bad as Framber was when Framber was on his stuff. He was the best pitcher in baseball.
He was Cy Young candidate.
But every other time, he was just hot dog water. Like with him, there was no in between. With Hunter Brown, there's at least an in between.
Yeah, but the fact that Arrighetti was overlooked going into this year tells me how inept.
Even JP France.
I remember. Yeah, he came out of the bullpen.
He is, not. He's okay as like your 4th or 5th starter, but like he can at least eat up innings.
Yeah, he can.
He can go longer than McCullers can. Like McCullers, he has no business being out. Like he was good for one game and that was it.
Yeah, I feel like McCullers should be more of a bullpen guy.
Yeah, 1-2 innings max.
Yes,
because his ERA is hovering around 7 right now. I'm like, bro, you can't expect your offense to put up 7 runs every game to overcome his just lack of control at the plate.
And we just keep walking everybody as well. That doesn't fucking help anybody.
Yeah, there was one game where I watched, they literally walked in 3 runs.
I think they walked 8 out of 10 batters in like.
And Jason Alexander, I never want to see this man throw a pitch for my team again because I was ready to throw my bucket of crawfish at the TV when this motherfucker gave up all those runs in 1 inning, 2 grand slams. How the fuck do you do that, man?
And then Josh Hader, I know he's throwing some innings at Sugarland.
They need him back badly.
We need him back badly because Abreu has not been good.
No, what the fuck? Like the Monstars take this man's talent because he is night and day from last year.
No, last year he was also kind of bad. He's not a day from 2 years ago. 2 3 years.
I'm saying like 2 years ago he wasn't as bad as he is now. Like it's been that bad. I'm like that's halfway decent at least. Now, like as soon as he comes in, like okay, we lost him. I could turn this off now.
It's because the rest of the team is very solid, dude. Let's talk on the bright side. Let's talk offense, right? Um, Altuve is still Altuve. He's. I don't think he's ever gonna, be like 2017 version of him,
Yeah.
2020, 2019 version of himself, 2021 version of himself. Right, sure, 2022. But he's still to it. He's still great. We love him. Correa has dipped in form, but he still gets some base, right?
Yeah, he'll still get you a couple hits here and there. His
Yeah.
defense is still elite, even playing a new
His
position.
defense still elite. Doesn't matter if you play him shortstop or third base. My guy got a cannon on that arm. Uh, Again, we talked about Jordan, best hitter in the league, and
Not even
not,
close.
it's not close.
Like
Uh,
they show the graphics as far as the stats between him, Otani, and Judge. Bro, you would think this man was a man among boys. Like it was
Barry
just not
Bonds, bro. Barry Bonds.
Dominican Barry Bonds.
Cuban.
My bad. My bad.
Get him. Kyle Walker.
Christian Walker.
Christian Walker.
He's
I
been
was like Kyle Tucker in my head. Christian Walker,
bro, he's been on fire as of late.
second best hitter in the team by far.
And who had that on their bingo card? Not me.
Yeah, not me, not at all. I was saying trade the man the whole offseason,
Train
dude.
station.
But it looks like he and I know it's still early. It's not even been we're not even halfway through the year yet, but he might be. We might be able to say first base is taken care of.
Yeah, if he can continue this form, yeah, you don't have to worry about.
We don't have to worry about first
for at
base.
least another year.
Cam Smith is not having the breakout season that we kind of hoped for, but
he's getting better.
He's getting better, and defensively he's pretty good, even though he did make an error today.
Keep in mind, he's like what, 21, 22?
Yeah, he's still very young. So, but we're happy with him. Jeremy Pena, when healthy, was solid.
When healthy, keyword.
When healthy, right?
And this might be his last year as an Astro because as we've seen with Dana Brown and Jim Crane, they will not pay anybody.
Could be, but you still have Correa, so you're not really missing too much on the defensive side. Isaac Paredes, slow start, not a lot of power this year, but he's still one of the most patient hitters I've ever seen.
Like he's gonna make those pitchers earn it.
He's gonna make those pitchers earn it, and worst case scenario, he can get a walk here and there. So, he's not the fastest on the baseline, but when we can get guys on base, and then you got somebody like Walker or Jordan, or the guy that I'm about to talk about, Bryce Matthews, who been playing center field, and today he's been spectacular. He had a really good catch against the wall earlier today. He's been very solid defensively. The bat is coming around.
And again, another kid, early 20s, but
super young. I know last year I was giving them a lot of grief because.
I think they called him up too early because he shouldn't have been called up last year. But
yeah, and in the infield, he was struggling defensively, and he wasn't really giving anything offensively to offset that. But this year, defensively, again in the outfield, I think he's been great.
Yeah, he's really stepped it up. Like I said, him and Cam Smith, like they're going to be they're going to be ball players in a couple of years. But again, they're still kids.
Yeah, but I'm happy with that. We still got Zach Cole coming back. You got
Loperfido.
Loperfido, he needs to come back too. Yainer Diaz has been a disappointment.
Big time.
Big time. He's been a disappointment.
You're starting to see why Dusty Baker trusted Machete a lot more than he trusted Yainer.
But the fact that we got Christian Vasquez back, I think he's been great. He's been fantastic, Christian Vasquez.
I honestly think he should be the starting catcher and not Yainer.
Correct. Ooh. Oh, Bryce Matthews almost hit a homer, man. It went foul, but that was close. Oh no, it's not Bryce Matthews. That was Cam Smith. My bad. But there's a lot of good things in this offense. Dude. A lot of, and I'm sorry if I missed the name. I'm trying to think of the lineup in my head right now. We've had a couple of like AAA guys just come up. Guys on waivers and stuff like that. Guys that I've never seen or heard of, but serviceable, right? Um, in the meantime, while we get healthy, but it's just the pitching that needs to be corrected, not just the starting rotation. Because
which is
even
wild. 'Cause
even if Hunter Brown comes back, that's just
it-
one guy out of four that you need to really evaluate whether or not like these guys are going to be it. Imai, hopefully he can get healthy and then just get it together. Javier,
Almeida,
I don't know if we're ever going to get the Javier that we had it back in 2022,
yeah, it's
and
gonna be
then
tough.
the whole bullpen is just complete butt cheeks. Gone Alvarez, pretty good.
I like that. That should be his new nickname. That or Ariordon.
Your
Yeah.
dad, your daddy is the best one.
No, like it's crazy because like the problem last year was they couldn't hit a ball. They couldn't hit a fucking beach ball.
Not at all.
But the pitching was phenomenal. Now you have no pitching, but they are raking. I'm like you. There's only so much the offense can do to overcome your pitching staff getting up 7, 8 runs every goddamn game, man. Like
Yeah, and even when a starter has a good start,
the closers,
the bullpen comes out and it's just like, okay, look, we're just gonna give up 5 runs in the last three
they
games.
just go out there and drop their pants and just let them have their way. Like it's just bad, dude.
And it reminds me of the year where we went into the deadline and remember we got Kikuchi.
Judge is trash Alvarez.
We got Kikuchi in, and immediately he became like the second best starter in that lineup.
I miss Coochie.
And he had such a great year that he got paid by the Angels the very next season because we only got him for like 3 months. But
Yeah.
is that kind of like aggressive like move that I want to see by this organization as far as the pitching staff? You look at the teams that shouldn't be bad that suck this year, like
Red Sox.
the Red Sox, the Phillies, both cleaning house, especially the Red Sox. The Red Sox fire even the guy that cleans the bathrooms got fucking fired.
Consuelo, the cleaning lady, got fired. Like she like you're not you're not up to par, ma'am. We need you to go.
Everybody, you're not helping us win, so you gotta go. The cleanup house.
The bad boy got fired. You're not running fast enough. Get off my field.
and the Astros refuse to make any more changes as far as the coaching staff.
Like I have lost complete faith in Espada. I've lost faith in Dana.
And I've been talking about Espada's bullpen fucking use like since early last year. I did not trust him last year, and I wanted him gone. And this year he hasn't. He's been way worse.
Like there was one instance where your starter gives you great outing. You put in your reliever who is just coming off IL and immediately gives up 4 or 5 runs that inning. In the game, you're winning by a lot, and then you end up losing the game. I'm like, your starter wasn't fading yet. Like, why pull him to put a dude in that is fresh off the IL? Why? Just and the constant lineup changes. Hey, you know what? Jared Pena's doing great as a leadoff hitter. Let me bat him with 6. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Bro, like the experimentation is what you do in spring training, not when the games matter. Like, what are you doing? Like, how he still has a job is beyond me. Him and Dana Brown. Dana Brown is packing his bags, updating his LinkedIn profile.
And you guys and I were talking in the chat when all these firing and stuff was going around. I was like, oh, there's no way, Joe.
No one can have Aura playing under a Daikin sign.
Yeah, I'm still not used to the name.
I hate the name.
Even when what was I gonna fucking say? Oh yeah, when all this firing, Red Sox and Phillies doing, I was like, oh, there's no way Joe Spada isn't next. There's no way he's not in the hot seat right now. But the fact that the fucking, division is so ass across the board, I think that's the only thing keeping him with a job right now.
Basically, because they're on a small 5-6 game winning streak. They're back in first place.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, how are they gonna go on any sort of winning streak when you are getting dog walked by like we
Teams that aren't trying to win, like the Rockies
the
or
Rockies, the Cardinals.
the A's.
Dude, they're showing fucking Garrett Cole when he was with the Astros right now.
I miss that guy. That
Oh
guy
man,
was just, bro. No one could get a hit off that.
2019 Garrett Cole might be the best pitching I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, you ain't wrong, man. Like, that dude was a sub-1 ERA when he was on it. And that is the one thing I will never forgive AJ Hinch for. Game 7, you got Garrett Cole right there, ready to go. Nah, let me put Will Smith out there to drop his pants.
Yep, I remember.
I shit you not. You can ask my brother. I sat in front of that TV for 30 fucking minutes, just looking at the screen like, what the fuck?
God fucking damn it!
Like my niece came to check him and she's like, Dio, are you okay? I'm like, go away, Rosalina.
A part of me has died. I will never be the same again.
I have lost a piece of my soul right now. Just please, for your own sake, stay away.
And I don't know what kind of moves they can make as far as trades, as far as picking up guys on waivers and whatnot.
Interesting thing from Brandon. It goes with my theory. The worse a franchise is, the harder it is for a Houston team to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, you are not wrong. We
Yeah.
bet against some of the worst. Like, I had a theory. Like, I was like, you know what? We're going to go out there and sweep the fucking Dodgers and then go on a 6-game losing streak against the worst teams.
Yeah. If we played a high school team, we would look worse than they did.
Jets, Rockies, and 76ers, unbeatable. You ain't wrong. And the Lakers. Lakers ain't that good, but got lucky.
So I don't know what kind of moves they can make, but they need to make moves. They cannot just sit here and wait like, oh, once we get healthy, once the pitching gets healthy, we get Hunter Brown back, we get I-45 back. Javier is going to be better. And then we're going to have our Rigetti, and McCullers is going to figure it out. No, we can't just wait for things like just Hader to come back. We can't just wait for people just to come back. We got to do something.
I mean, honestly, I think
last year we were having the injury bug as well. We were saying, oh, once we get everybody back, everybody came back and they still sucked.
Good managers figure it out and they put together lineups to kind of overcome some of the injuries. The spot is just not a good manager, man. And you got a guy that won the World Baseball Classic.
Bro,
right
that
there.
was the last time. That was the last time I was watching baseball, and I was happy watching fucking baseball. Anytime Venezuela was out there fucking balling.
I mean, I'm not Venezuelan, but still, like I failed.
Breaking news: Abreu just got a freaking strikeout.
He can do that.
He didn't walk 3 people before doing so either, man.
Plan the parade right now.
He got a head on the count and everything.
Jeez.
But yeah, dude, the World Baseball Classic was the last time I felt anything positive watching baseball, man.
Same, brother. Same. God,
I still haven't been to a game this year where we've won or even looked competitive. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a game. I just need to figure out which one that they're like. There's no way they embarrass. Winning it, I mean, I don't care if they win or lose, but like, don't embarrass me. Don't make me look bad. Don't make me spend $200 in fucking El Tiempos to get over the pain in my chest.
Like all the games that I think I've been to 3 games so far this year. One against St. Louis. Who did we have opening week against? The Angels.
Yeah.
So the first one I went to the Angels. I went to one in not in St. Louis, but against St. Louis, and then it was somebody else. It was the 3rd game that we also lost, and I'm just like, you know what?
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me.
It probably is me at this point. I remember the good old days when I would go to a game and we would never lose, man.
Oh, same, man. Like from 2015 until last year, every game, almost every, not every game, I would say I had about an 85% win rate. But shit,
Yeah.
that's
Dude, in 2021 and 2022, I probably went to like 8 games altogether, and we didn't lose a single one.
I mean, I went through the games from 2008 to 2014 when they were just.
Oh, those were the 100 losing seasons, bro.
Oh, in 2008 and 2009, because my the owner of the dealership I worked at, he was a season ticket holder, but he never went. He just bought them just because he's rich and it's like, what can I waste money on?
Yeah.
Buy season tickets.
How about giving me a race, boss?
He would basically like, hey, he wants tickets to the Astros. I'm like, I'll take them. Like, you like baseball? Bro, I love baseball, man. What do you mean? I also wanted
Back then, season tickets probably not that expensive though.
In 2008, no, because they were after Beltran left to go to the Mets.
When was that? Was that 2006? Yeah.
Yeah, after the 2005 World Series, he left because the Mets threw the bag at him. Deservedly so, but I mean, that was my first real like heartbreak as far as an Astros fan, just seeing like this dude's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Why are we letting him walk? And then just watching Mauricio and Bagwell and Burt older and older, and I was like, yeah, the writing's on the wall. We're gonna be bad for a while.
Yeah, but it was cooking, man. He just sat down Kyle Tucker. We're still losing 8-3, but you know.
I mean, it's you got a chance.
Take the small wins when you can.
But 2008, I went to a lot of games. They won a lot, but when I went, and the rest that I wasn't there. But bro, I remember going to a game in 2014. I could probably count in the triple digits the number of people at that game. Triple digits.
So not even cracking 1,000.
Not even 1,000 people.
What is this? The Oakland A's?
No, they were playing. Honestly, they were playing a team that was wearing red. I was really drunk before I got to the game because you could bring beer at the stadium at that point.
Probably the Angels.
It was either the Angels or
Diamondbacks, maybe.
It was a team that might have been. It was the Angels. Yeah, it was the Angels.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the helmet. It was a red helmet. Dude, I was fucked up because I brought a cooler to the stadium. A fucking cooler. I sat in the front row.
Can I get on that bat?
Pull me out there, coach. Like, bro, my brother, I took a fucking cooler. They were looking at me like, what are you going to do? Just like 300 people here. You going to kick me out? Like, I had a fucking cooler with like maybe a 24-pack in there. Just going to town.
Bro, I got to say, Brian Abreu just got 3 strikeouts in a row against the LA Dodgers.
Is the rapture tomorrow? Is the world ending?
Yeah, I think I'm watching a repeat from like a 2022.
You sure this game is live? Like, sure it's not a highlight.
Oh man! Watch, he's gonna come back for the 9th inning and give up 5 runs, but whatever.
Just drop his pants.
Just take the wins when you can. But anyway, dude, it's just the Astros continue to be the vein of my existence, and until they start making some fucking moves with that pitching staff, I think I'm not gonna go to any more games for a while.
I mean, honestly, it's gonna have to come from the top to be aggressive. Jim Crane, you're gonna have to let Dana Brown go because this guy took over a perennial ALCS team.
And what did he say? What did he say? While I'm here, the window is never closed. Next thing you know, Kyle Tucker walks, Bregman walks. Give all this money to Abreu, or not Abreu. We give it to Abreu, who didn't do jack.
Montero
ass. Let Neves go after being one of the best pitchers out of the bullpen.
You don't pay Kikuchi.
You traded an outfielder that we've been short on outfielders since Springer left. you trade an outfielder for Kikuchi. Kikuchi walks in free agency, and then 2 years later, you trade for the same fucking outfielder back. What the fuck are we doing? Yes, they got Isak, and yes, they got Cam Smith. But besides that,
they've just not. The last time they were aggressive was when they got Garrett Cole in 2019. That was 7 years ago.
Yeah. And we
They
had
also
the best pitching in baseball.
Well, the thing is, like, they went from Jeff Lunho to James Click, and Click, even though he was a little bit more on the conservative side as far as being aggressive with the free agent signings and the contracts, he still kept the main core intact, and he made the moves that he needed to make, and they won a World Series. And what do? They fire him, bring in the guy that put together the Atlanta Braves. They're a great team. They beat us in the World Series, but like he's bargain bin shopping, being cheap, just being disingenuous in all his press conferences. I'm like, what the?
The lack of transparency with the injuries too, that drives me fucking insane. Because they don't want to say that, oh, this guy's out for the year, because then they're not going to sell enough tickets. And
honestly, it feels they care more about saving in the luxury tax department versus winning baseball games. Winning.
If the Astros go, if Dana Brown said, "Well, I'm here, the window's still open, and we missed the playoffs 2 years in a row," he needs to go.
I mean, it is. Jim Crane probably needs to sell the team to someone that's willing to spend money because
he's not going to sell the team. He's not.
How is it the Dodgers are essentially printing money, and you care more about avoiding the luxury tax and saving on your bank account versus actually putting together a winning product?
The thing is, like, this team has been competitive without spending $1 billion on payroll. Just look at the Mets; they spend almost just as much money as the Dodgers. They just suck ass. Look at the Yankees; they spend a lot of money too. They're not.
The thing is, like with their scouting department, like they let these guys leave because they wouldn't pay them.
Yeah, like, we don't have the same we don't have the same farm system like we used to. I think like out of like the top 100 prospects in the MLB right now, I think we have one, and it's like in the maybe like 80s.
And he's like, what, 16, 17-year-olds?
Yeah, so he's like in single A, so he's not gonna see. He's not gonna get into a show in
at least 4 or 5 years, because he's an international player that's like 16, 17 years old. Like he's a long way from being in the show.
So we don't have a good promising farm system right now
because they cheap out on the scouting department. They cheap out with coaches. They cheap out with players. Like.
We got to remember that Joe Spada was a promotion from a guy on the inside.
Yeah.
And he has not been great. God damn it.
Like Jim Crane, if you can't afford the team, just sell it, bro. Go do something else. Like sell it to someone who's going to actually spend money and invest in the team.
The thing is, like, he's not going to sell the team because the city of Houston loves the Astros. Loves the Astros. And we always rep them. I mean, you and I are repping them both right now as we speak, and we're repping on our daily lives. Everywhere you go, you're more likely to see an Astros logo than a Texans or a Rockets.
Oh, most definitely.
And it has been that way for probably, I would say, since like 2018.
No, earlier than that. I would say with the Rockets, that ship kind of sailed early 2000s. That's when Houston really became a baseball town, especially when they started going on the run and they made it to the World Series. Like there wasn't a single person in the city that wasn't watching the Astros at that point.
True. But I know when Harden was here, I mean, the Rockets were a vibe, and then
they were up. They still weren't the Astros,
right? And then 2017, the Texans were pretty good. Was it 2017 or 2019?
No, it was 2017 when they got Watson as in the draft.
Right, but it was 2019 where we almost beat the Chiefs, right?
Almost.
Yeah, it was right before COVID.
Thanks for bringing up that traumatic memory.
Yeah, well, like I said,
game, I sat in front of the TV like, what the fuck did I use?
So you could argue for the last 10, 15 years, at the very least, the Astros have been the team in Houston. And
the better portion of 2 decades.
And that's the reason why he's not going to sell the team.
Well, he wasn't the owner until I don't remember when this dude bought the. I want to say it was after not the 2000s. It was like in the 2010s when he bought the team, and
Yeah, but it's been a while.
like I said, appreciative of what he did as far as the turnaround from those dark days. But man, like we're getting back to that, and it's like doesn't care. Like I said, if your biggest concern every year is making sure you don't go into the luxury tax, you don't need to own a team. That's just my sense. You don't need to own a team.
Especially
like the Dodgers, like they are willing to spend the money.
well, the Dodgers are. It's just unfair. I wouldn't compare them to the Dodgers.
I mean, they spend like because again, they have the TV deal that they can eat off. Which the Dodgers also the reason we're gonna have a lockout next year. Thanks again, Dodgers.
Yeah, probably, most likely.
Oh yeah, these other owners, no, they are not on board with what the Dodgers are doing.
But
I don't know about a salary cap, but they're going to do something to like kind of limit what the Dodgers have been doing to sign all these big name players and pay them pennies on the dollar today. So like, there is no fucking reason on God's green earth Shohei Ohtani's making $2 million a year on a $700 million contract.
yeah.
Like by the time he retires,
when that shit came out, that shit sounded almost illegal. It's like, yeah, just pay me $2 million a year for the next 10 years, and then just give me $1 billion at the end.
That's how it retire, essentially.
Put it on my mom's name.
Yeah, we do need a lock because they got it. Like what the Dodgers are doing is just.
Yeah, but even with a lockout, I think even after that, after the whole lockout, even after the season after that, when we finally come back, I still think half of our players are going to be in the IL still. So, like at that point, fuck it.
Or give some time to get healthy. But no, I mean, I think like what the Dodgers doing, like again, I don't disagree with the owner spending money, but the thing is, he's not spending money. He's deferring everything.
Yeah.
You got Mookie Betts with deferred money. You got Kyle Tucker with deferred money. 80 to 90% of Shohei Ohtani's contract is deferred for like a decade. I'm like, that's just cheating the sport.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think we've gone for long enough. Before the show, I told Rios, let's keep it 45 minutes because last time we went like 120. We're at 112 right now, so fuck it.
This is a good therapy session. We needed this.
It really is, but it still breaks my heart, especially watching the Astros lose yet again.
He's doing what the Eagles did with Jalen. Yeah, but not to the same extent.
Yeah, dude, but what they did with Jalen, like the Ohtani shit, is like
it's when you hear
like in MLB the show, it doesn't even let you do that.
Like it literally sounds illegal, but then again, you know, Ohtani's boy is doing time for him because, yeah, a bookie's going to give some random Japanese dude $14 billion of credit.
I know it's so crazy. It's so crazy how the Dodgers just basically launder money somehow to pay all of these fucking guys. But we hit a trash can a couple of times and we're the bad guys. Man, fuck the Dodgers.
You know what? MLB, we did y'all a favor in 2017.
We did. We did.
We're paying for it now, but you know what? 2 times World Series champs.
See, I thought we paid for it in like 2019 when we lost to Washington, was it?
No, the Braves. 2021 was Washington.
2021 was Washington. Yeah, I think the Braves one hit me the hardest.
Because that 2019 that was on paper one of the best teams you've seen since like the Yankees.
No, that was the best team I've ever seen with my Ojos, bro.
Like on paper, that's one of the most stacked teams.
But like your 8th guy in the lineup is Michael Brantley or whatever.
In your pitching rotation, you got Garrett Cole, who was pitching a sub-1 ERA.
You got Verlander.
Still at Framber.
Greinke. Who was the last guy? Was Framber the last guy?
I think so.
Who was the 4th guy then? Because we didn't have McCullers yet, did we?
No, we didn't have McCullers.
Was he started?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, McCullers was the fourth guy.
Okay, then McCullers was the fourth guy.
McCullers before the injuries.
Yeah, when he was actually pretty solid. But dude, Verlander, Cole, Greinke. Oh, it's nasty. Anyway,
The good old
enough,
days.
enough reminiscing. We'll be back next week to talk.
Just like the Avengers, we will return.
Bullshit, yeah. Carlos, he may or may not be here. I don't fucking know.
We don't give a fuck. Fuck him.
But thanks again for tuning in.
You guys in the comment section as well.
Yes,
Especially Brandon.
please.
You make it really entertaining, bro. We really appreciate you.
Yes.
Albert
We
and
love-
Daniel, always tune in. We appreciate you guys too.
Yeah, we love coming up here and just talking shit about our favorite teams and other people's favorite teams and the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers and the Saints. But we will be back next week, probably.
Hopefully
Most
the
likely.
Astros win some games before then for our mental sanity because I can't take too much.
Oh no, I
losses.
think it's just gonna get worse.
I got that. Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. You ready for that outro?
Yep.
Hit
All
it.
right, guys. Peace.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, but rule number one, you gon' respect this. Just fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing just fans right through your spot. Look, and I don't know what you thought, but right here, dog, we gon' rep the squad. Got HU, I might fit it, then on my jersey, you gon'